To my wonderful audience, thank you for standing beside me in this deeply personal story. Your support and openness to connect means more than words can capture, and I'm grateful to share this journey, hoping it stirs and inspires. Finding out about my spouse's betrayal was like stumbling into a nightmare, a truth so raw, it felt borrowed from someone else's life. Yet it was mine, my reality, my vows, my heartbreaking. The discovery came through a phone, left unlocked, its screen lit with a chain of messages etched into me forever. Last night was unforgettable. I can't wait for the next. 10 words destroyed 10 years. When I confronted her, she didn't deny, didn't scramble for lies. Calmly, with cold detachment, she said, I stopped loving you long ago. No regret. No apology. Just a shrug that hurt far worse than the affair itself. That night, I grabbed my keys and left, finding solace only in my office. At first, I thought it was temporary, a night or two. But the neat desk, endless spreadsheets, and quiet inbox offered the safety my home no longer did. Unlike her, the office never betrayed me. But my absence didn't go unnoticed. My boss, Clara, a confident woman in her 40s with an undeniable presence, saw right through me. One night, long after everyone left, she stopped at my desk. Are you moving in here? She teased. Though her eyes softened with concern, I forced a half-smile, muttering about deadlines. She crossed her arms, tilting her head. Don't give me that. You've been here every night. What are you hiding from? Her words hit a nerve. I wanted to say home was no longer home, but instead I stared at my screen and whispered, it's messy. She didn't press. Messy will eat you alive if you let it, she said gently. Don't let it swallow you. Her heels echoed as she walked away, leaving her words behind. Clara had a way of piercing walls. A few nights later, she appeared again. This time with 2 mugs of coffee. Sliding one toward me, she said, you can either tell me the truth or we'll sit in silence with this coffee. Her boldness cracked me open. The truth came out in fragments, the texts, the deception, the emptiness shadowing me. She listened closely, with no pity, only strength in her gaze. When I finished, she leaned back and said, she's the one who lost something. You're stronger than you think. For the first time in weeks, I felt seen. Not broken. Not discarded. But human. That moment shifted everything. Clara refused to let me drown in loneliness. Some nights we shared coffee, talking about anything but my pain. Other nights, she brought along Jenna, her lively assistant whose laughter could brighten the darkest hours. Together, we ate takeout, traded stories, and I began to breathe again. It wasn't romance, not then. It was survival, connection, proof that I still mattered. Yet human closeness has its own quiet magic. The more time I spent with them, the more the office became a place of healing rather than exile. One evening, after Jenna had gone, I lingered in Clara's office. The city glowed through the glass, spilling light across her desk. We sat in silence until she said, you can't punish yourself for her decisions. I lowered my gaze. I don't even know who I am without her, I admitted. Clara leaned closer, her eyes steady, fierce, yet kind. Then it's time you find out. My wife had long stopped seeing me, stopped caring, stopped noticing. But Clara wouldn't let me disappear. That night, she stood, came around her desk, and said words I'll never forget. Come with me instead. It wasn't an invitation to an affair, it was a lifeline. A call to stop living in her shadow. So I followed. Together we stepped out into the cool night air, walking the quiet streets, talking of dreams, fears, trivial things, and nothing at all. For the first time since my world fell apart, I felt free of her betrayal. I was more than a man deceived. Months later, my wife returned, tears in her eyes, begging for forgiveness. Once, I might have given in, but Clara's words rang inside me, come with me instead. Not with her, not even Clara, but with life itself. I told my wife no. I told her I deserved better. And when I hung up, the silence wasn't heavy. It was freeing. Clara and Jenna didn't save me, they reminded me of my worth. They showed me betrayal doesn't define you. What you choose afterward does. Her infidelity was the spark that began this tale. But the ending, that's mine. And I chose to step forward into a life that I will define.